going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time for round 4 of the Manufacturers Series 2019 series on Gran Turismo Sport. So, looks like it's time to get ready to race on Dragon Trail Seaside for 9 laps by using Group 3 category. So, this is going to be able to get ready to get started. So, looks like everything is going to be quite good to go to be prepared for one good practice. So, this is going to be able to take a lot of more time that this might be able to get everything ready. So just going to be able to change up the duration of the video segment to be able to take much longer, to be able to have less time to do. So time to get ready for a free practice, and then this is going to be quite brilliant to be able to get this show on the road, to be able to get started. So luckily this is going to be very important things, that this is definitely a busy day for us to be able to get everything ready up and go. So since we have a GR Super GT Cup event going on, so looks like this is going to be able to have one last important race that we might be able to keep it up and get everything going for today. So it is a busy day for us because we should probably be able to have to take a lot of practice to be able to get everything going for one good excellent race. So right now I just definitely did a perfect record time on 1 minute and 41 seconds, and this is going to be giving a lot of more ways to be able to go faster and better. So looks like I should probably be able to have to keep up, and then this is going to be able to get better to do it. So this one might be able to have to give a lot of exact improved time, that this one might be able to go faster to be able to keep up to go as possible. Now, this is going to be taking a lot of skills whenever you see the apex, that this is going to be giving a little bit much more ways to be able to try and keep up, and this is going to be giving a lot of efficiency, that this is going to be able to take a lot of throttle, that if we should probably be able to keep up on it. But it is very challenging. We should probably be able to do the best we can. So that might be able to get everything needs to be able to have to do a lot of improved lap time. If anything goes well for our paper manufacturer and any kind of Group 4 and Group 3 car, that this is going to be able to take a lot more speed, that this is going to be able to get better to do it. So this might get everything to be able to get everything started. So looks like all of us that we should probably be able to take a lot of practice every time, that this is going to be able to do a lot more better to be able to keep it going. So this is going to be quite giving a lot of more circular skills that this is going to be able to get. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take plenty more apex on the bus stop corner, so it's going to be pretty difficult. So we have to be able to take it nice and slow, very wisely, while we speeding up much quicker as possible. Okay, going on the last turn, so this is going to be able to have a different record time that this is going to be able to take. Now, this is going to be able to straight to the finish for 10 seconds that this is going to be able to take. So this is going to be able to take a lot more rush to be able to get there. Alright, 1:41 on the record time, and now this is going to be able to keep up, and then this is going to be able to work faster to go as possible. Take the first turn on the upper chicane going uphill. This is going to get pretty technical to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to catch up. Now heading on to the next turn is going to be able to get a lot more quicker to be able to go fast in. Have that braking point goes in, follow up on that apex, and this is going to be able to work faster to be able to get a good improved lap time. Now going down on the hill, and then this is going to be able to take the technical S-turns, that this is going to be able to go as possible. This is going to get pretty challenging, that we should probably be able to be very careful. Now it's going to be very possible that we just really don't want to lose control, so we just want to make sure we have to be very careful. Now, just going to be able to restart, and then this is going to be able to take a better lap time, that this is going to be able to work harder to be able to get. So let's do the attempt number 2, that I could probably be able to get a very good lap time that this is going to be able to get. So this one might have enough time that this is going to be able to take for the last 2 laps, that this is going to be might need to have. Okay, here we go. Take the turns by taking the apex that will go on the inside. Now this is going to be able to take on for the next precision turn. This one might go faster. Okay, take that advantage, and then take that braking point goes. Okay, going well. That should probably do it. Now, going downhill and take the technical S turns. This is going to be able to take a lot of rush that this is going to be able to follow up on the inside turns. This is going to get pretty tricky, folks. We'll make sure we'll do better if we can. This is going to be able to have a lot of skills to overcome. Almost there, and this is going to be able to have the approaching hairpin corner coming up. Okay, now keep it going. Stay on the second gear on the throttle. We might be getting a little bit complicated that this is going to be able to stay on the pressure to do it. Bus stop corner. Keep it going faster and maintain on the braking points. Okay, that should be good enough to be able to have it. Now, this is going to be able to work faster to be able to stay on the straight and then take on that last hairpin corner. Okay, this is going to be able to take a lot of enough time that this is going to be able to take. Okay, just going to make sure it's 10-second rush that this is going to be able to have to take last second request that this is going to be able to take. So let's go for the new lap and then let's go and see how this one might be able to get the advanced skills that this one might be due for racing. Okay, just going to be able to take the first turn on the upper hill terrain, and this is going to be need to have a lot of gap distance to get. Okay, have that turn to be going open advantage, braking point on that apex to be able to take the chance on the inside. 0.3 second gap, that should be do it. Now this is going to be able to keep it up and keep it going. Braking point, take it nice and slow and keep it going faster, and this is going to be able to take the chances to go. Alright, excellent technique corner. That will might be do it just the way it was. Alright, hairpin coming. Just gonna have to brake hard and then take that inside of the apex. We might be able to go there. Okay, going back onto the bus stop corner. This should be easier and faster that this is going to be able to do it quicker. Okay, that should probably do it. Just going to be able to ensure safety driving skills that this is going to be able to get. Alright, last turn and then 10-second rush that this is going to be able to get. Okay, almost there. Let's rush on over to the finish. Looks like clock's ticking. Alright, so looks like that should do it. So this is going to be able to have a 30-second warm-up time until this is going to be able to get prepared to get started. So everything is going to be able to work faster and work harder to be able to get a good faster lap time that this will might be able to take. It gets pretty difficult, so we'll make sure that this is going to be important, that this is going to be able to work harder to be able to have fastest laps for the achievement, that this will might be able to earn some mileage points and some experience, that this will might claim the rewards if we have to be able to work faster, that this is going to be able to keep up. Alright, now let's get ready to be prepared for our match. We'll have to wait until this will might get everything started. Everything is going to be quite better as always, so looks like this is going to be quite very interesting, that this is going to be able to get everything ready to go. So we'll make sure that this is going to be able to take a lot of skills, that this will might be able to put ourselves to the test. So right now, this is going to be able to take a lot of skills that we should probably able to master the Dragon Trail Seaside circuit, that this is going to be able to get everything ready. So we have to be able to take a lot of better ways that we know the drill, take some warm-up, qualifier, and final of the race that this will might be able to get started. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have the time to be able to go and head out, and then let's get ready to get started. So right now, the usual ways that this is going to be able to have the tire type for this race, so things about to get pretty challenging for us. We'll have to be able to make sure this is going to be one good important strategy, that this is going to be able to work faster as possible. So everything is going to be able to have 2 tire types on every round of the race. we'll have to make sure that this is going to be able to have to take the different choices that we should probably able to make. This is going to be able to work faster and better that if we could probably able to improve. So this will might be able to work better that this is going to be able to take a lot of skills that this will might be able to take. Racing hard tires definitely might be quite best ways to be able to hold to endure for the tire grip amount. That should be quite easier that this is going to be able to take. The racing medium tires should be quite giving the efficient and also duration that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like only 40 seconds left on the warm-up, and now this is going to be able to have to take a lot of warm-up time that this is going to be able to take a lot more rush to be able to get there. But it gets pretty challenging that we should probably able to be brace ourselves to avoid collisions. We just really don't want to have that. We just always want to have a good clean race that we should probably able to get. Okay, just gonna be able to keep us going, and now this is gonna be able to have to take 10-second time until this one might be able to do the drill. Almost there, just gonna sprint to the finish, clock's ticking. Alright, giving a 1 lap warm-up training, and then this will might get everything started. So this will might be able to make sure that this is going to be able to have a very good race that if anything is might be possible to do it. So we'll have to see this will might get better to be able to have a good lap time that this will might be able to take. So let's just gonna go everything get started. Just gonna have to wait until everybody's about to go and pin it out, and then this is gonna be have different positions that this will might go with as always. Alright, everything is all lined up in order, and now this will might be able to have a very good race that this one might be able to come in to do a lot more achievable skills to do it. Alright, now this is going to be able to take a lot of skills that if we might be able to take a lot of challenging ways to be able to beat the opponent that has the racing medium tires. So if anything is possible that this is going to be able to take a lot of racing grid that this is going to be able to take. But it will might be able to get ourselves decreased on the driver rating that if we might be able to work faster and work harder to be able to get. Now, this is going to be able to take everything to be able to get started, to be able to take a lot of qualifying time that this will might be able to have the skills, and also time that this is going to be might need to have a lot of important ways to be able to get there. Now everything is going to be very cautious, so we might be able to be very careful whenever there's a caution sign that this is going to be able to take a good look. Okay, time remaining left to go, so this is going to be able to get everything ready to go for start qualifying time to begin. So it's going to be quite possible that the bus stop corner is going to be very tricky, so we just be very careful not to have the collisions. Okay, now going in to be able to take that last corner, but this is going to be possible to take the inside, that this is going to be very challenging that if we should probably able to work harder to be able to work faster to do it. So let's go and take the qualifying time to begin, and then let's see how it happens, and then this one might be able to work faster on the racing hard tires, that this one might be able to work perfectly. Now this is going to be quite giving a good close edge that this is going to be able to take. So this is going to be able to have a little gap distance to be able to have a little chance to be able to take the approach. But it's going to be very easier that we should probably able to be very careful not to have any spinouts or collisions. And that main result of having a penalty is definitely important, so we could probably able to do the best we can. And also the technical S-turns is going to be very simple and harder, that if we might be able to be very careful as much as we can. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to get everything going, so taking a lot of slipstream is important for any other Group 3 racers, that this is going to be able to take the chances to go. Now, looks like this is going to get very advanced, that this is going to be able to work faster, and be very careful that this is going to be able to take. But it gets very tougher, that we should definitely don't want to get hit by any collisions. Just past 5 seconds ago, but it's going to be very extremely difficult to be very careful. Now, looks like giving a new set of a qualifying time, and then this is how I also might need to have 1 minute and 40 seconds that this is going to be able to take. Now, I hope that this is definitely might need to be able to have a good faster lap time by using the racing hard tires. Now, same thing as before, like the Nations Cup that we just did for today. So, looks like this is going to be able to have very good method ways to be able to have racing medium tires that this will might goes into the pits. So that will might be helpful to be able to use it. Okay, looks like starting out on 8th place should do it. So that could be 9th place, that if anything is possible, that this will might be able to take a lot of rush, that this is going to be able to get there. So it's going to be able to do a little bit quicker skills and get everything faster as possible. So it gets a little bit harder to be able to take a lot more speed to get. Okay, take that turn, and this is going to get better if anything else might be needed. So maybe the first 5 minutes to be able to have the racing hard tires, and the other 5 minutes will be needed to have a racing medium tires, that this is going to be able to work perfectly. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take some time, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more progress to get. But it gets very advanced, so we should probably be very careful if we must be able to take the skills to take the chance to go. Now, looks like this is going to be able to going in, and then let's head on over to the pits to grab a different set of racing medium tires to get. Alright, get my crew, get set up, and then we'll have to be prepared. Alright, tires changed up, and now this is going to be able to take a lot of fuel amount that this is going to be able to get. So it's just going to stop at 80%, and then let's go and head out. Now this is going to be giving a lot of method ways that this is going to be able to have a better for use. So the racing medium tires is definitely very advanced, that this is going to be able to take a lot of slick skills. So we should probably be more careful not to have any spin outs or any collisions, or may result of a penalty, that this is might be able to have very cautious signs that we should probably able to avoid. Now it's going to be very advanced, that most other experts really try to be able to keep up, or having a good race, or taking a lot of skills to make their driver ratings to go up higher. Now this is going to get pretty easier and pretty tougher, that this is going to be able to take some time to do it. So good thing that this is going to be able to take another out lap, that this one might be able to have an extra lap to be able to going in. And well, can't believe it, that was so close. Good thing that was very safer, that this is going to be able to do a little bit quick overtake that's possible to be able to take. Alright, 3 minutes left. Now this is going to be able to do this, and now this is going to be able to take one good last call to be able to have a good new set of a lap qualifying time, that this one might goes in. Well, of course, that it's going to be very possible to be able to go there and make it go faster, that this is going to be able to take some time to be able to take the rush. Now this is going to be able to beat the lap time for 1 minute and 41 seconds, so looks like I have to be able to keep up, and then this is going to be able to go faster as possible. Okay, this is going to be able to take a lot of more skills, and then this is going to be able to get closer. Almost. Take that turn, and then this is going to get very advanced both ways to be able to get there. Just going to have 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, and then this is going to be able to do a lot more ways to be able to get better. Okay. Take a hard turns, and then this is going to be able to take a lot of apex that this one might comes in near. Okay, make that good approach, land it on that apex, and this will might goes in for one good improvement that this is going to be able to take the chance to go in. That will might be able to work faster as a pro that this is going to be able to take. Okay, hairpin comes in, just going to have to do it nice and slow, and then this is going to be able to take the chances to go in, and then watch out for any collision cars whenever they're trying to recover. Alright, that should do it. Very good performance turn, and now this is going to be able to work faster, that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to beat the lap time. Okay, just going to have to take it nice and slow and re-accelerate again, and this is going to be able to take last seconds that this is going to be able to get there. Alright. Looks like this is going to be the usual time, and now this is going to be able to work faster as possible to get there. Now, this is going to be able to take the final lap of the qualifying time until this will might get ready to be prepared for one good race that this will might be able to get started. So it will might be able to have a good clean race, so we should probably able to be very careful while using the racing medium tires. That could be quite very easier that this will might be able to get. So, looks like coming out on last place, I should probably be prepared for the most of it. So, this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to have racing medium tires that this is going to be able to go all the way in. Okay, just going to be make sure that the turn is going to be quite very tougher, that this will might be able to take much holder that we should probably endure. Okay, this is going to be able to take time remaining on the overtime that this is going to be able to get ready. Just keep it going and keep doing much longer. Don't lose your grip. Just keep it going faster that this is going to be able to take some time. This is going to be able to take a lot of more fastest ways to be able to get there. Okay. Inside turn is going to be important, at the last turn is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to get there. Okay, there you go. Looks like this is going to be a time well done for this race, so I hope that this is going to be 19th place for our last place call for it. So it's going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to work faster as possible, but it will might be able to have a very good race that if we might be able to toughen up, that this is going to be able to work faster as possible. But in the meantime, that this is going to be able to take a lot of challenging skills that we should probably able to get ready for the best. Mostly that this is going to be able to have to take a lot more inside turns, that this will might be able to comes in or comes better, that this is going to be able to take the chances that this will might be able to work faster if we can. So just gonna be able to make sure that this will have a good clean race, that this is going to be able to take the chances to come in. Okay, qualifying is done. Now let's go and get everything ready to go to get everything started. So maybe this is going to be able to have plenty of chances for any drivers who really wants to reach up to the top. Now, looks like time to be able to get ready for driving options to be able to get prepared. So, putting up the driver tires medium is about to be able to get started. So, everything's good on the setting. So, looks like we're all excited to be able to be prepared for a 9-lap race on Dragon Trail. So, we'll make sure we'll do the best we can, and this is going to be quite excellent, that this is going to be able to take the skills, we might go higher and better. And this will might be able to do the best we can. So anything else that this is going to be able to have a very good manufacturer race, that this is going to be able to take the chances that this will might be able to take a lot of more ways to be able to go for. So let's do the best we can and let's get started. here we go on the 2019 Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport is round 4 racing on Dragon Trail Seaside. Now, here we go, and looks like we got X-Place XSRT8 with a Porsche 911 RSR. Second place is B-Wagon DAG with a Peugeot RCC. Third place is Castle Racing with a 24 Hours of Le Mans library on the Porsche 911. Fourth place is Stark 11 with a Corvette C7 anime style library. Fifth place is Manfred with a Ford Mustang. Sixth place is Who Kid 21 with a yellow Nissan GTR with the Jordans on it. Seventh place is Shalene DeGrad with a Ford Mustang Group 3. Eighth place is Trooper 907 with the Mountain Dew Jaguar F-Type. Ninth place is Stark 321 with a Ford Mustang. 10th place is Dakar Autosports with a Gear-Rich BMW M6. 11th place is Caledon Strombless with a Mitsubishi Lancer. 12th place is Big Wed 9 with a Porsche 911. 13th place is Hyper 6 Alive with a BMW M6. 14th place is I'm Too High for This 247 with a Peugeot RCC Group 3. 15th place is Gargoyle 0387 with a Ford Mustang. 16th place is GHT 1KK with a GR Super Racing Concept. 17th place is Nankonsaurus with a Lexus RCF anime style. 18th place is Junior Sama with a BMW C4. And 19th place is myself with a Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. And now everything is going to be quite getting started for one good race that this is going to be able to take the chance that we should probably able to be prepared for anything. So we'll have to be able to keep going and keep it faster, and this is going to be a one good excellent Group 3 race, and everything we should probably be able to keep going faster. So here we go. Last place drivers to take the last corner until the race begins. This is going to be able to take a lot of longer times that this is going to be able to take. This is going to be able to do a lot more speed to get better. So this is going to be a one good excellent race. It's going to be a survival of the fittest and racing to the edges that this is going to be able to take everything I could. So it's going to be very longer to be able to take. Now it's going to take a lot more skills to be able to climb up, and then this is going to be able to take the inside turns that this is going to be able to go there. But this is going to be a most difficult race. We should probably be prepared for the most. This is going to be quite very stronger that we should probably be able to take. That could be pretty much longer to endure most of the other drivers that this is going to be able to take. So, looks like X-Place XSRT8 is now definitely in the lead, and this is going to be able to take plenty more skills that this is going to be able to keep catching up and then keep going faster to do it. So, looks like he did very good for the Porsche, that this is going to takes a lot more chances to be able to go there. Now, going onto the last place, I'm about to be able to take the chances to be able to overtake a few other Group 3 cars, and then looks like there's plenty more collisions that this is going to might need to be very exercise caution for it. Stank is definitely might be able to take much more catching up to do, so now he's on 18th place with his Lexus, and now definitely might be able to take the chances to go for it. And now this is going to be quite possible that most other racers are definitely might be able to take on this Dragon Trail racetrack that this is going to be able to take. They just trying to be able to keep up to reach to the top position. This could get very difficult, but this might get better, that this is definitely might be able to take a lot more ways to go. Now they finally made it onto the second lap, and this is going to be able to take a little bit time by them multiple numbers by 3, and this is going to be able to take some time to be able to keep up on the rush, and then they just definitely might be able to try to keep it slow and keep it going. Now, looks like Stank is about to be able to try and catch up on Junior Sema. This definitely might be able to going in, and then, oh, there's a collision. That could be quite very possible that this is very tougher, that this is going to be very tougher to be able to be very careful. That could be able to get a lot of collisions or getting off the track, that this might have a result of a penalty. We should probably be able to be very careful to avoid it. That might be very tougher that we might be able to avoid. but it's going to be very rough that all of us that we've been using racing medium tires. So this is going to be very important that this is going to be able to take the skills. We might get better and very cautioned to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to get there. But everything is going to be able to take a lot of race position I've been taking, and this is going to be very excellent to be able to take the last place from any positions whenever I can. This is going to be very challenging for me for having this race that this is going to be able to take. So meanwhile, X-Place XSRTA is now in a safer gap distance. It definitely might be keep it going on away from the other drivers to be able to have any collisions, to be given a little bit chances. And now looks like this is going to be going tougher and very harder to get. So it's going to be very closer to be able to have a lot of good race positions I'm about to be able to take. This is going to be able to take one person for having a good clean race that this is going to be able to try to keep up. But this is going to get very rough, and this is going to be able to do a lot more ways to go. Now approaching in onto the penalty line for the other drivers who have a red dot on the penalty is definitely might be able to come better, that this is going to be able to stay safe and stay focused, that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to go. But this is going to be going a little bit harder to be able to take a lot more chances to get there. But most other fast runners are definitely might be able to take a lot more ways to go, but this is going to be quite much possible to be able to keep it going. Now it's going to be take plenty more apex, that this is going to be able to have a lot of easy turns to take the advantage. That might be very difficult to be able to keep up on it. Now looks like this is going to be able to take the inside and then giving a little bit flag caution to be able to be very careful. Now, looks like this is going to get very excellent to be able to stay close and stay careful on the bus stop corner, because that could be, oh, there it is. Looks like this is going to be, the Mitsubishi just got hit and spun out, and this is a very tougher one, folks. I can't believe it. This is a very worst moment that we just definitely saw it. That could be the hardest thing. We just really to be very careful on the bus stop corner. That could be the most difficult thing. We need to be very careful. That could be quite very tougher, that this is going to be quite very faster, that this is going to be able to take a lot of exercise caution we can get. Now, it's going to be able to take a lot more ways to get in, and then take that chicane at the first turn to be able to go up onto the hill terrain, and this is going to be able to go in. Stank Stankosaurus is now about to be able to proceeding in onto the penalty line to be able to have a 2-second amount. So this is going to be giving a chance for other drivers to be able to proceed, and then this is going to be able to press on and move forward. And this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to go. Now it's going to be takes a lot more tougher ways to get there, so it's going to be able to get closer and getting better. So right now it's currently on the 11th place, that this is going to be able to work faster as possible to be able to reach up on it. But this is going to be able to do a lot more faster ways to go, folks. But this is going to be quite very good to have a one good fast race, that this is going to be able to keep up on it. But this is going to be very epic and very challenging that this is going to be able to get. So it's going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to stay on the bus stop, that this will might do the safety way, that this is going to be able to have one car at a given time. But if possible, that this is going to be very cautious strategy, that this is going to be able to go there. Right now, that this is going to be able to have a recommend pit stop time, that this is going to be able to go there. So this is going to be able to proceed as possible, that this is going to be able to have everything going. All right. Going on to have the racing medium tires to be keep it going as possible, so this might get everything needed to be able to have a refuel. Okay, very good for my crew for taking a lot of tire changing strategy, and now this is going to be able to have a full amount of fuel, that this is going to be able to stop at 4th lap, and this is going to be able to go there. All right, good as new, and now let's get back on the run. So this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get there. So back on to 17th place. So this might be able to have few race positions to go, but this is going to be able to take a lot more closer to get better. But this race is going to get pretty tougher, folks, because driver rating might come to effect on higher or lower for any drivers like us that this is going to be able to get there. Now coming up on to be able to check on the driver on the top left on the names. So looks like X-Place XSRT8 is still in the lead, and this is going to be quite going better and faster that this is going to be able to take. Now looks like you're going to have to take the technical S-turns. It's going to be very roughly and very caution that this is going to be able to get there. But it gets closer, but good thing Jitnor Sama is safer, and looks like he's proceeding to go on, and then this is going to be going in, and oh, looks like Dark Side 321 is now definitely passed in as well. So looks like this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to get there. Now this is going to get everything needed for the top two positions. Is going to be might need to have some tire amount to change that this is going to be able to get there. Now this is going to be quite very tougher that this is going to be able to take the slipstream. Will might go faster to get there as possible. So it's going to be pretty tougher that this is going to be able to go back in on any positions whenever we can. This is going to be able to endure much as we possible that I just really don't want to end up in 19th place, that this could be a decreased driver rating to be able to come to effect. So right now this is going to be able to have the 6th lap. It's going to be going in, and now this is going to get pretty tougher that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get there. It takes a long struggle to be able to get back onto the current position whenever we're at. That could be, oh, there it is, that could be the tough collision. We just definitely don't want to have this. That will might a penalty occur, but this is going to be quite very tougher that we just definitely want to be very careful to get there as possible. Now looks like this is going to be able to coming down, and then this is going to be able to have the technical S-turns. And oh, that could be very tougher that this is a hard one. Well, that was very difficult that this is going to be able to do a lot better to get. So, well, 4-second penalty due to a losing effect on the controls that this is going to be might need to have for it. Kind of say that this is pretty difficult, you guys. Maybe this is going to be very possible not to hit each other. That could be the bad thing for us, that we just definitely don't want to have anything to be putting on constructive criticism to be able to have occur for it. Alright, so hazard lights might be turned on to be able to proceed to the penalty line that this is going to be might needed to have. So this is going to be able to be going in to be forced to decelerate onto the next penalty line, that this is going to be able to get close. Okay, 7th lap is definitely might be keep it coming in better, and this is going to be able to do much longer to get, but this is going to be very collision tougher that this is going to be might need to avoid it. But this is going to be very much longer that we should definitely want to endure. Okay, so maybe going back onto the hazard lights again, and then this is going to be needed at least that this will might take 4 seconds to be able to force to proceed. Okay, let's go, and then this will might be able to reduce the amount of speed, and then this will might be able to go there. Alright, back on to 19th place. This is going to get pretty tougher to be able to have race positions if anything is possible to get. Now, it's just going to go in there, and then just going to get back in to take a lot more passes to get there. But it's pretty tough that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get there. Okay, just going to be able to have to take a lot more skills to be able to get in. Okay, going well, going fast on that bus stop is going to be able to take a lot more tougher skills to get there. But this is going to be giving a little bit important tip that this is going to be able to go longer as possible, but it gets a little bit drama that we just really have to be very careful not to do it, because it causes spin outs that we just definitely might be able to avoid it. Now, looks like, take a good look on B-Wagon Dag, takes the lead, and then X-Blade, XSRT8 are about to be able to try to keep up to get back onto his top position to be able to go for it. So right now, he's in second place. This is going to be able to get better to do a lot more ways to keep it going, and then this is going to get pretty faster that this is going to be able to toughen up that this is going to be able to get. Okay, looks like Catalan Strumpless is now slowing down, and then he's going back on to be able to re-accelerate again, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get there. Okay, just going to be able to take more speed to keep it going, and now this is going to be, oh, he's just trying to lose this is his control. Just don't lose it, just keep it going. We just want you to be able to keep it going clean and straight until this is going to be able to do a lot more ways to get there. Okay, looks like 45-second gap distance ahead is going to be a long way to get there until at the end of this race. But it's a lot of drama that this is going to be able to be very careful. Alright, just going to have one race position that this is going to be able to get better to do it. But I hope that this is going to be able to have a better race that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take one more lap to go, and now this is going to be able to take the chances to go. So if anything else, that we tried to be able to keep up on this race, but anything that we just really wanted to be able to keep up for the practice. So let's go and take the final lap, so this is going to be able to take the chance to get there. Okay, looks like I'm on 17th place. This is going to be able to have a better race position by 2, so if things about to get pretty tougher, that we might be able to get better. So that might get everything needed to be able to take the turns that this is going to be able to keep going faster. Oh no, 9% of the fuel remaining. Just going to be able to endure it because this is going to be able to take much longer to get. Alright, just gonna be able to stay faster and stay going, and then just gonna make sure, because the fuel map is definitely might be needed to have. Okay, just gonna make sure I had to be able to endure. This is gonna be important to be able to have the fuel map, folks. This is gonna be much longer to get. Okay, there you go. Perfect bus stop corner, and now looks like this is going to be able to take Max Lean 6 is going to be able to get there. Don't want to get depleted soon, so this is going to be a little bit problem for my Corvette, that this is going to be able to have everything needed. Okay, looks like just going to have to take one decelerated push, and then this is going to be all good. So whew, wow, looks like finally made it in 16th place, so kind of say that this is going to be a little decreased driver rating that might be come to effect, that this is going to be able to do a lot more better. Well, there's only one thing to make sure, that this is going to be one good way that this is going to be able to keep up on it. So well, that could be getting a little bit less decreased drop on the driver rating, that this is going to be able to come to occur. Well, that is pretty hard to get. Alright, so looks like that was a pretty good race, you guys. So looks like that was a very good challenging ways to go, so that might be able to keep up and get better next time. But well, it is a pretty difficult race, but it happens all the time that this is going to be able to have a very good best lap. So looks like gonna have to congratulate B-Wagon Dad for doing a good job, and then this is gonna be good to go. Well, we try to keep up faster, so it happens every time that this is gonna be able to have a very good race, but it gets a lot of mistakes that this is gonna be able to take a lot more ways to go. So X-Play X SRTA did his best, that he finally made it in second. So that will be quite very good to be able to keep up. And also Manfred, he did better, that he did very good with his Ford Mustang Group 3. But this is going to be quite very good, that this is going to be quite very excellent, that this is going to be able to have a very good race, that we should probably be able to keep trying and get better. But it's pretty difficult to be able to take on the Dragon Trail Seaside, so if we might be able to master the track, we'll get better. So we'll have to be able to keep going and get everything what we have to speed up, that this is going to be very challenging, that this is going to be able to have. So everything is possible to be able to save the replay, so just having some photo souvenirs that this will might be able to have, that will be quite needed as well. Alright, looks like I'll be leaving and get ready to wrap this up at the moment, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better ways to go for it. Work hard on Dragon Trail Seaside is the key of practice, so we might be able to work faster as possible, but it gets pretty difficult to see which lap times whenever you're gonna get on a good qualifying position. It gets harder and tougher, or pretty easier and better, that this is going to be able to do a lot more ways to go. So this is going to be quite very excellent to be able to have a third time in a row by this day. So it gets pretty busy, but it is going to be very harder, that this is going to be able to take a lot more skills that we might be able to keep up. But it's possible that we might be able to stay up higher on the driver rating, but we just really don't want to lower down our driver rating, that if anything might need to be able to give a good improved SR and DR, that this will might be needed to be able to go faster as possible. So it's important that we might be able to race hard to be able to reach up on a higher position. That will might be able to make it better to be able to increase the driver rating whenever we have the chance. Alright you guys, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you like. And the links on the description down below if you want to see more if you're interested. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport. And I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.